playing live.
Oh, okay.
Good morning, Nicole. Oh, you're welcome. We'll get started in just a few minutes. I'm getting smarter about this. I have a second mobile device so I can see what the time is.
That should be the only one. Because even do not disturb, the alarm is going to go off.
What's that?
So even if do not disturb, the alarm will go off.
I see that. Oh, good morning, Mary. Joel too. Hi, Joanna. Good morning. Oh, hi, Elena. Oh, buenos dias. We'll wait just 2 more minutes in case anyone else has the opportunity to come on live. And for our practice today, if you happen to have a strap, a scarf, a belt, something just a couple of feet long as a little arm extender today, it might support your practice. And also, if you don't worry about it, you'll still be able to do the movement. So just feel a little bit different. Aww. There's some love coming in for you, Joel. All right, let's go ahead and get started this morning. So we will start in a laying down position today. So if laying on your stomach is okay and comfortable, go ahead and do that. And maybe let the elbows kick out to the sides and stack your hands to give yourself a little pillow. And then slide your right leg out to the side, no higher than hip height, kind of like a little frog. And then just lower on down onto that. If lying on the stomach isn't good, I highly recommend like curling up on your left side or your right side, and then in a little bit you'll switch sides that you're lying on, and I'll guide you through that. So, a dear friend of mine, Jess Beatty, who owns Bella Rose, as you know, and is doing a whole bunch of videos and such on there if you're looking for more sites and sources. She posted last night this absolutely beautiful read, and I wanted to share it this morning. So this is from an Instagram account, Dates with Love, great one to follow. And this is day 77 of 366, a letter from Corona. Stop, for real. This is no longer a request. It is mandatory, and we're here to help. We will bring you crazy merry-go-round lives to a halt. We will stop the trains, the planes, schools, shops, meetings, the frenzied rush of illusioned obligations that keep you from hearing and feeling that you are all one. One shared human condition, one single beating heart, your breath in unison. Your only obligation is to one another, as it has always been, even though you may have forgotten. We will interrupt the division and distraction of your daily lives to bring you the news. You are not well, none of you. You are suffering. The world is suffering. The typhoons in Japan, Africa, and China, the firestorms that choked your lungs for months last year, the fevered climates around the world, none gave you pause. You've not been listening. It is hard to listen when you're so busy with the incessant chatter and distraction of your lives. But now, your foundation is breaking, giving way under the weight of your perceived needs and consumerist desires. So now we will help you. We will bring the fire instead to your bodies. We will bring the burning and flooding to your lungs. Despite what you may perceive, we are not your enemy. We are a reminder, a message, a balancing force. We are asking you to stop, to stand still, to be still, to listen, to move beyond the concerns of the individual and consider the concerns of all, to find your humility, to reconnect, to look up at the sky, see fewer planes, hear less human noise, witness clearer skies, fresher air, healing the collective, aware of the condition of which is around you, the health and well-being of all. Stop, listen, ask us what we might teach you about illness and healing. We are here to help you if you choose to listen. Remember that you are all here as one shared human condition. Take care of yourselves, those you love, total strangers, and the world around you. There have been many powerful messages being shared, and I think that one really kind of encompassed everything. So take this moment to feel into your heart and see how that lands. Maybe a tear or two or a stream. Allow it. And know that you have everything you need inside of you to heal, to connect. And through this, we have the power to support and help heal the world around us. So just for now, breathe. And notice the flow in and out of the lungs. One breath at a time. That's all you need. And see where you feel your breath this morning. If you're laying down on your stomach, maybe really feeling the belly expanding and releasing into the earth, Mother Earth. If you're on your side, maybe you notice the expansion not only through the front of the body, but the sides of the body, the back of the body. And see if in this moment, if you can allow the breath to grow a little bit softer, a little bit smoother, and perhaps just a little bit longer than the natural rhythm. Good morning to those joining. Finding a comfortable laying down position, maybe on your stomach with the right leg bent and out to the side like a frog. Breathing softer and smoother and a little bit longer than the natural rhythm. And if you're in this half frog position, maybe consider whether you can let that right hip bone sink a little bit more toward the floor. Letting it be a little more active. And then fill up your lungs. Expand into the earth. And open mouth, blow all that air out. Let's do that again. Inhale, fill up the lungs. Exhale, open mouth, blow it out. And one more time with filling up. And because you are in your space and vibration is wonderful, open mouth, sigh, sound out the mouth this time. And breathe. Softer, smoother, a little bit longer. What does that mean for you today in this moment? As always, it's your practice. So do what serves you. Be curious about the movement. And if something doesn't feel right for you, give yourself permission to leave it out. Go ahead and slide that right leg long now. If you're laying on your side curled up, make your way onto your back for just a breath or two. If you're laying down, face down, bend the knees, let the heels face the sky and sway the feet side to side. If you're on your back, as you exhale, glue the low back down against the earth. And as you inhale, make a little arch under your low back, lifting your ribs and stomach upward. Breathing softer, smoother, and a little bit longer. If If you're on your back, make your way to the opposite side, curling up there. Maybe the top knee rests on a pillow. If you're on your stomach this time, that left knee is going to come out to the side, no higher than the hip. And the foot can be toward the opposite leg. And then we'll melt back down. Let the forehead rest on your hands. Sometimes it feels good too to turn onto the cheek, looking toward the knee that's out to the side. So looking toward the left this time. And again, just taking some breaths here. Noticing how this left side feels compared to the right. Noticing how the breath feels. Or do you notice the breath? The ribs. Can you feel them expand, open and out with each inhale? And gently release with each exhale. If a sigh wants to escape, let it. And if you have that half frog position, maybe sinking the left hip this time a little bit more toward the earth, creating a little bit of an active movement. Breathing softer, smoother, and a little bit longer. We'll slowly slide that left leg long. If you're on your side, make your way onto your back for just a moment. If you're on your stomach, bend those knees and sway the heels side to side. And consider in this moment the most gentle way that you can make your way to your hands and knees with as few movements as possible. So if you're on your back, maybe it's curling up onto a side and then gently rolling onto the stomachs and pressing up. Or maybe it's coming all the way up to seated first. If you're on your stomach, maybe bringing the hands down by the shoulders and gently pressing yourself up. Hands and knees. Tabletop. Take the knees wide. Let the toes come to touch. Sink your hips towards your heels. It does not need to touch. And then slowly melt your heart down towards your mat. Your forehead can either rest on your hands stacked or bring the forehead all the way down to the mat. Finding a child's pose. And take some breaths here in child's pose. Breathing softer, smoother, and a little bit longer here. Can you feel the breath along your spine? Really feel into that expansion. Notice each rib and the intercostal muscles, the muscles between the ribs, expanding and releasing. Breathing softer, smoother, and a little bit longer than the natural rhythm. Now maybe lifting your head just a little bit and then walk your hands off to the right as far as they can go without the legs moving. And then stack the right hand on top of the left hand. And then see if you can sink your hips back toward the left slightly, and then find a place to rest your head. Maybe it's on one of your arms, or maybe it sinks down to the floor. And breathe. Notice the stretch along the left side of the body here. And then notice while the left side is stretching, the right side is slackening. Those muscles are being shown where that releases, where the softening is. Can you breathe in a little extra into the left side of the body? Feel the rise and feel the sinking. One breath at a time. And slowly make your way, one hand at a time, back to center, and rest here in child's pose once again. Now walk your hands to the opposite side toward the left this time. You'll stack the left hand on top of the right hand and sink the hips so slightly more to the right. The head finds a place to rest on an arm or the mat. The right side receives the stretch this time. Maybe all the way up the arm. See where you notice it. And breathe a little more fully into the left side. Ooh, the right side. The right side. Gently walk the hands back to center and sink into child's pose. Can you breathe equally now into the right and left side? And slowly lift the head and rise up, bringing the hands in under the shoulders or a little wider. Bring the knees in under the hips, tabletop. Let the top of your head reach toward the front. And then relax the stomach down. Lift your tail up and lift your head and heart. Root down through the hands. Spread the weight across the fingertips. If the wrists feel a little sensitive today, feel free to make a fist. As you exhale, tuck the tail, tuck the head and heart, and lift your spine up. Then follow your breath back and forth. Inhales, the stomach settles downward, the tail lifts, head, heart lifts. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another. As you exhale, rounding, see if you can send your shoulder blades farther apart, or just imagine what that looks like. letting them slide further away from the spine. Even if you've done these cats and cows hundreds of times, explore the movement today like it's the very first time. Be curious about it. Add wiggles, side to side, pause, articulate and round through the spine, bend the elbows. What feels good here? Let's eventually meet together back at center. Walk the hands ahead of the shoulders. Let's take some circles. Any size circles. Start to circle the hips round and round. It can be a small circle up at the top, or really send the hips forward and then sink them back toward the heels. Maybe inhale as you swing forward and around, and exhale back towards the heels. You can reverse directions at any time. Breathing softer, smoother, a little bit longer. Find center, walk the hands back in line with shoulders. Take the knees wide and sink back into a child's pose. We're going to add a little more movement here now. As you inhale, rise back up, keep the knees wide. Maybe let the toes lift and let the hips sink forward, maybe a little or more. Wherever you are, think of the shoulders staying down away from the ears, just for now. And then as you exhale, rising up and sinking back towards the heel. So that's the flow. Inhale to rise up, sink forward, the seal pose. If you want, you can add the foot clap. Exhale, back to child. Inviting in that stillness from that beautiful monologue. Listen and breathe. See what's on your heart. Find child's pose once again. And in the stillness of this moment, can you feel your heart beating, or imagine what it looks like as it steadily beats? And slowly rising up. And here we're going to find a full kneeling pose. And sweep the arms all the way up to the top. The knees are under the hips here. Reaching the arms, maybe shift the gaze up. And then as you exhale, float the arms all the way down by the hips and sink toward the heels. You don't have to come all the way down. So inhales, rising on up. These are mountain breaths. Exhale, sinking downward. Optional. Taking the forehead all the way toward the earth and letting the arms come down to the floor and rest by your hips. Inhales, rising up. And exhale, sinking down to either that seated pose or bringing the forehead slowly down. Let your breath guide the movement. You don't need to follow my cueing. My breathing is not the same as yours. And that's okay. Exhales, floating down. Inhales to rise. It feels good to pause in one of these positions, go for it. When you rise up, maybe a tiny little back bend, and then continuing. Imagine there are little beacons of light from each of your fingertips, creating a warming, healing light orb around you. A protective shield for you. Maybe your protection is farther expansive. Maybe it's your entire home, your people, your community. Send it outward, wrapping everyone in this beautiful, exquisite light. The next time you rise up, stay up, and instead of sinking down, send one arm forward, one arm back, a little twist. Hips stay square-ish to the front. Inhales to center, and then twist the other way. That healing light all the way around you. Exhales, twisting. Inhales to center. Take one or two more twists. We'll meet back at center, arms reaching, bring the palms to touch, and slowly lower down, bringing the hands to your heart. Take a breath here. Breathing in, breathing out. And then slowly make your way to laying down on your back. We're going to spend some time here for the last part of class. If being flat on your back for long periods of time doesn't serve you, feel free to add a little extra cushioning or to just experience being on your back for moments and then curling up on your side, taking breaks as needed. This is the point of the class. If you have a strap or something that can act as a strap, have that nearby. So make our way onto our backs now. You know, it's such an interesting thing for me, teaching a class live like this where I can't see all of you. If you've ever taken a class with me in person, you probably know I don't usually do the movement with you. It's kind of a special experience to get to feel the movement as I'm sharing it. Alright, so if you have a really long strap, you might want to fold it in half just to help. A belt, a scarf, anything here, just a little arm extender so our arms can just be a little more relaxed, the shoulders can be down. So once you make your way onto your back, bend your knees and plant your feet, the strap's just nearby. Your arms can be down by your sides or maybe open, or maybe it feels good to rest the hands on the ribs. I think that's where I'm going to settle for the moment. Well, let that stillness in again. And just noticing how it feels to be here. And then think about all the muscles it takes in your body, the neurons that fire to lift your foot up off of the mat without actually lifting the foot up. But then go ahead and lift the right foot up, just hovering above the mat, just hovering. And then set it back down. And completely soften those muscles. Maybe even give the leg a little wiggle just to make sure to let go of the glute muscles and the foot planted. And then go ahead and find that little lift once again. And then set that foot down. And now, see if you can engage all of those same muscles that lifted your foot up as if you were going to lift your foot up without actually lifting that right foot up. So if you're watching and peeking, it might look like I'm not doing anything at all right now. Same for you. It's gonna look like you're not doing anything, but you can feel it. All those muscles. The foot is still touching the floor, but it feels like it's floating. How does it feel to you? Check in. And are you still breathing? Notice I was holding my breath there. Invite that breath back. And then let the foot settle. Feel the weight. Feel gravity. And then bring your attention to the left leg. And in your mind, just imagine all the muscles that it takes to lift that left foot up. And then when you're ready, lift it up. Maybe the foot lifts up no more than an inch. It's just kind of hovering. And then set it down. Wiggle the leg. And then again, find that lift. And then release it down. Now this time, connecting to all those muscles once again. And engaging the muscles without actually lifting the foot up. You feel that. See what's there. What do you notice? And breathe. And then let it settle back down. So one more time. Without actually lifting the foot, engage all those muscles. And then let them go. Heel toe the feet wide on the mat. Now open your arms to a T. Let the knees tip toward one another. They don't need to touch, just in restorative pose. Let the knees separate once again. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, let both knees drop to one side or the other. When you inhale, bring the knees through center. When you exhale, tip the other way. A gentle back and forth now. Each inhale through center, each exhale tipping to one side or the other. And if you want, you can shift your gaze to the opposite direction of the knees. So if the knees go left, let your gaze go right. Inhale, the gaze goes back toward the ceiling, knees to center. Exhale, the knees go one way, gaze goes opposite. If it feels good to pause in the twist and breathe there, give yourself permission to be in that stillness. And if flowing feels more your jam this morning, go for it. What serves you? Check in. Maybe a combination. And if you're flowing, see if you can allow the movement to follow your breath, so that the entire time you're exhaling, there's movement as the knees tip toward one side or the other. And then when you inhale, the entire duration of the inhale, those knees are making their way back to center. There might be a little pause at the top or bottom. If there is, let it. And if there's not, keep flowing. Meeting back at center. You lift and lower your hips and bring your feet back in line with your sits bones. Heel toeing them in. So we want to think in line with the bones at the bottom of our pelvis, those sits bones. You can reach down and feel where are the bones in your bottom. Reach through the flesh. Or another option is if you lift your feet up and then tap the feet on the floor, your feet kind of magically know where to go. It's not really magic, but they do know where to go. Bring the knees in toward the heart now. And here's a spot where the strap can come in. If you really want to make sure your shoulders are really resting, staying relaxed, if that's a place you carry a lot of tension, use your strap here across the front of your legs or even in between, behind the fronts of the legs and onto the thighs here. You could add some rocking, side to side, up and down, or even circles. If it feels good to cross the ankles, go for it. Maybe even take the knees a little wide. Sometimes we notice different areas of the back connecting to the earth if our knees are wide versus together. And check in with your breathing here. Softer, smoother, a little bit longer. Make your way back to center. And let the left foot come down onto the mat. Keep the left knee bent. If you have a strap today, bringing the strap or belt or scarf to the ball of the right foot. And then keeping your right knee bent. Take it toward the outside of the right ribs and reach your heel toward the sky. So if you've done a happy baby, this is half a happy baby. I'm gonna actually turn this direction because I think if you peek up, yeah. So our goal here is to have a bent knee toward the outside of the ribs, and your knee might come further down towards your ribs than mine do. That's about as far as I go. It's okay. And the heel, this is the part we want to focus on more. Letting the heel be pointing up toward the ceiling. What tends to happen is it tends to want to float out to the side or down towards our bottom. See if we can keep it up. And then let your shoulders settle. Your left hand can rest on your left hip. Breathe here. Now slowly reach that right heel toward the ceiling, straightening the leg just as far as where you get a stretch. And then send your left leg long. Now switch hands on the strap. Bring your left hand to hold onto the strap and open your right hand out to the right. Extend it out to the side. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, slowly start to take your right leg across your body toward the left. And it can be just a little bit, or you can let that right hip peel up off the floor, reaching through that right foot. Keep your right shoulder glued to the mat so your chest stays pointing toward the ceiling. You can twist as much as you want here. We're not trying to get the foot on the floor. We're staying a little more active today. And know that you can always add a little bend to that right knee to soften. If you feel an odd pull, and if it doesn't feel quite right, just bend that knee a little bit. Breathe here. Gaze can shift to the right. Little twist. Now I'll bend that right knee a lot. And inhale, bring it back to center. Send the leg up toward the ceiling. Switch hands on the strap. The right hand holds. Left hand comes down to the left hip. You can bend the left knee. And then find that half happy baby. The right knee bends. The right knee goes towards the outside of the ribcage. Heel is up toward the sky. And then finding your flow. Each time you inhale, you can come up to center. Switch hands on the straps and the left leg long if the left leg was bent. And cross the right leg over the body. Gaze can shift left, right. As you inhale, coming back to center, switching hands on the strap, finding that half happy baby. The left leg can stay long, or if it feels good, you can bend the left knee. Sometimes it gives a little extra support to the low back. So your pace now. Inhales to transition, exhales as you move into the twist or the half happy baby. And the next time you come into that half happy baby, stay there. If you've been doing this without a strap, you might have been holding onto the back of the leg or maybe the toes. But here's what we're gonna do now. See what happens when you let go of that leg. So the strap can just kind of dangle there on the foot. Oh, a lot more work happening now. All the muscles of the leg doing the work. Keep the heel pointing up. It might try and float. Focus on that. Breathe here. See what muscles you notice doing the work here. Maybe there's a little shake in the limb. Keep breathing. And notice if you're clenching your teeth and soften your jaws. Maybe add a khaki breath here, so that's the inhale through the nose. And exhale through pursed lips like you're blowing out a candle. One more breath. You've got this. Then go ahead and take that strap. Come back to center and release the foot from the strap. Bring the foot down to the mat. Both knees are bent. Sway the knees side to side. Find center. Bring the left knee in. We're going to do all of that for the left side now. Strap to the ball of that left foot. Reaching the left heel up toward the ceiling. Hold on to the strap. With just the left hand, right knee can stay bent. Right hand can rest on the right hip or on the floor. Then we'll start to bend the left knee. Take the left knee toward the outside of the left rib cage. Our heel stays pointing toward the sky here. Breathing. Definitely see if you notice differences between the right side and the left side. Breathing softer, smoother, a little bit longer. On an inhale, reach that left heel toward the ceiling. Send the right leg long. Bring the right hand onto the strap or onto your leg if you're not using a strap. Left arm opens out to a T. And then slowly, as you exhale, take that left foot across the body. The left hip can peel up off the floor. It doesn't need to. Keep the left shoulder glued down so your heart stays open toward the sky, reaching through that left heel or having a little bend in that left knee. Breathe. Softer, smoother breath. A little bit longer than the natural rhythm. Everyone bend the knee now. Inhale to center. We'll find our flow. You can bend the right knee here or keep the leg straight as you move into that half happy baby. Inhales back to center. Right leg is long. Switch hands on the strap. Find your twist. Flowing at your pace, holding a pose if it feels good. Back and forth. And the next time you find that half happy baby, stay right there and breathe. You can either bend that right knee and plant the foot or keep the leg long. And see what happens if you slowly let go of your leg or strap, letting the muscles do the work here. Maybe some significant differences. For me, a lot more shaking happening for my left side today. Keep that heel pointing toward the sky. Knee stays bent. Add the khaki breath, breathing in through the nose, out through pursed lips like you're blowing out a candle. One more breath. And then support the leg. Bring the leg back to center. Release it from your strap. Let the foot come down to the mat. Oh, and then let the knees tip in toward one another. The feet can go wide. Set your strap aside. And take a moment of stillness here. It's about time for us to find our final resting, enjoying a little bit of live music by Joel. He doesn't say a word, but he smiles. So, little yogi free time in these last couple moments. Maybe you're ready for your final resting, making your way onto your side or your back. You could be on your stomach too. If you have a blanket nearby or some socks that you want to put on, go for it. Maybe before taking that final pose, it would feel good to sway the knees again, or maybe a full happy baby. Maybe some bridge poses if that's something you like doing. See if there's another pose calling to you. Maybe we did something earlier that you want to go back to. Eventually we'll all meet for that final resting, inviting in that stillness. Breathing, stopping, and listening. And remember that we are all here as one. One shared human condition. Thank you for joining me, for taking care of yourself, for taking care of those you love. And just for now, be here, rest, and receive. Drift and dream. This is your time. Allow your body, your mind, your heart, this time to be and to breathe. Allow the natural breath to return. If you want, you can count your breaths. slowly now begin to land back in the space. Notice your breath. And notice all the points where your body is connected and held by the earth. And then slowly, very slowly, introduce some subtle movement into your body. Maybe it's a stretch, or wiggling the fingers and toes, gently turning the head from side to side. Take your time and enjoy this transition from stillness to wakefulness. You might choose to curl up on your side for a breath or two, or stay exactly where you are. And eventually, if you would, make your way to seated, and we'll meet you there. And bring our hands to our hearts. Thank you so much for joining Joel and myself today. May we know peace, wisdom, and serenity during these times, and for always, filling our hearts with gratitude, tranquility, knowing that it is our birthright. And from our hearts to yours, reflected in love and light, we are all connected. Namaste. Well, thank you once again for joining us. We hope you have a beautiful day. And we'll be posting this onto the Karmic Roots Yoga page. It takes it a little bit. I think there's a lot of traffic online right now. But it will be there, so if you were just able to tune in for the last part or anywhere in between, you can watch the whole thing. Oh, good morning to some of you who have said hi. I'm pushing little wave buttons at you. We are going to be posting more live videos. I think we're going to stick with doing live ones just because it gives you an opportunity to hop on at the last minute if you happen to see it live. If you have requests or want to see different things coming, please feel free to send me a direct message or to just post onto something. And we'll see what we can do. I am playing with the idea of doing some Zoom options, but I want to keep this open and available. And speaking of that, if you are able to offer a financial gift, please feel free to do so through Venmo at Paige Alia, or through PayPal, and that's my email address, and I have those posted in the description of this video, so it'll pop up if you want that. Another option, if you're local and you want to support another local business, Joel and I, we love Cabin Creek. We love Big B, we love coffee, so if you want to buy a little gift certificate there and have that there, or anywhere else in town, we are open and flexible. And if your gift to us is simply sharing this video with the loved ones, it means the world to us. So share, spread the joy, spread the peace. We love you. Take care, and we'll be posting our schedule for more yoga, more music, more sound, more meditations, probably over the weekend. So take care. Bye, everyone.